Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. So, when it comes to picking which battle to turn into a video on any given day, there can be any number of reasons why I pick something. It could be that something particularly funny happens. It could be that something particularly impressive happens. It could be that something happens that perfectly illustrates a lesson that perhaps we could all benefit from learning. Sometimes there's a large element of crossover in those categories, but every now and then I get a battle that's just outstandingly well played. You generally know when you're watching somebody who is really good at what they do. Even if you don't fully understand what it is they're doing at the time they're doing it, even if you have to watch and re-watch the battle 3 or 4 times before you fully appreciate just how amazingly good they are. This is Oddball 1943 in the Chinese Tier 10 medium with the heavy tank gun, the 121. And he's not a super unicum player. I mean, he's pretty damn good. But even if you're not a super unicum, if you're good enough, more often than not the stars are going to line up, the situation and circumstances are going to be absolutely perfect, and you're going to end up having a game like this. Ironically, Oddball doesn't really play Chinese tanks that much. And he doesn't play Chinese mediums very often either. He's statistically better in his light tanks and tank destroyers, but he does play a lot of medium tanks, just not really the Chinese ones. Which is quite scary when you, well, you'll see. Trust me, just watch, and you'll see. I never really liked the Chinese medium tanks. I just couldn't work around the lack of gun depression. Oddball has clearly figured out how to get the most out of them by using the terrain to get the gun pointing down. Oh, hang on a second. Object 704, this far forward, this quickly. That's either really good news or really bad news. Either the 704 is a complete idiot and he's rushed up here with no support, and that's good news, or he's got a lot of support, and that's bad news. Well, he's got a 50 TP, at least. The 121 does have an exceptionally strong turret, easily able to bounce the gold ammo fired by the 50 TP, and the 50 TP of course had to come up over the ridge in order to get his gun pointing in this direction, and that exposed his underbelly. The Object 704, suddenly aware that Oddball was here, comes around hoping to catch him on the reload, but not fast enough. Oh, actually that reminds me, you know how the Object 704 has the BL10 troll cannon? Oh, remind me in a second. As he pops around here to administer a spot, well, not very surprising, but sex at all to the Object 704, who was facing the other way. The 50 TP had fired, kills the 704, continues moving forward to get under the gun depression of the 50 TP's gun, and then another shot into his lower glacis while he's backing off and reloading. You have to be quick to follow Oddball in this match. There was something that I wanted to tell you about the BL10 gun, but I don't think I'm going to have time for the next couple of minutes, so I'll try to remember. In one of those brief moments when this match is actually pretty quiet. Oh dear, the 50 TP has missed. But he has got friends with him. Yeah, there's a T30 there. Oh, and that's not good. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. T30 fired at somebody else, snaps a shot off and actually manages to hit the T30, who has been taken out. 50 TP. Plumb out of friends. I'm pointing this way. Still on the reload. Immobilized him. Did some damage. Can he get the kill? He didn't get the kill. I felt like he deserved the kill, but whatever, the 50 TP's dead, that's what matters. Got to keep moving. He is a medium tank after all. Not a particularly mobile medium tank with the weight of that big gun and heavily armoured turret and a relatively underpowered engine, but still a medium tank nonetheless. And the enemy team are capping. Although, there's no great pressure at the moment, there's only one of them capping. Ooh, shit. He just took a shot from the shit barn on the turret that failed to penetrate. Oh, and he's getting shot from, you know what, he can't afford to stop here, he has to keep going. If that means taking the occasional hit, and, well, one of those shots was gold, heat ammo, hit the tracks, so of course did no damage whatsoever. But he's got to where he needs to be. And there's now more than one enemy tank in the cap circle. Are they actually trying to win by capping this early in the game? Well, it's World of Tanks, anything can happen, but he's in the right place to do something about it. Oh, Progetto. Nasty. But, you know, thanks for giving the target to shoot at. Oh, lordy lordy. He's not feeling very happy, is he? He just got the bitch slapping of his life. He's not the only one in there, though. They also have a T-34 and an Emul-1. T-34 fluffed the shot. All of that gold ammo bouncing off the turret when the people who actually know where to shoot are penetrating and doing damage with regular armor piercing. I shouldn't take such a perverse pleasure in it, but, well, it's funny, so I'm gonna laugh. Okay, clearly the T-34 does not have a huge amount of the capture points here. I'm gonna kill him anyway, because he's there, he can be killed, it's one gun less shooting back at him. Hopefully doing some damage to the Emil. Yep, massive reduction in the amount of capture points. Closed in, took the Emil shot on the turret, and, well, at this kind of range, the gun is basically pointing down into the upper glacis, so the additional effective armour provided by the sloping is next to meaningless. And there goes his next kill. But there's still somebody else in the cap circle, the Progetto, and okay, that was kind of unwelcome. It's not just the Progetto, it's the Progetto and an M48 pattern. So that's not good. Okay, there's actually quite a lot going on here, so I'll try to summarise it as quickly as possible. Both sides are hiding behind the wreck of that dead tank in the middle. If Oddball goes around it, he's not going to win against a Progetto and an M48. And if they come around, well, they're going to get shot at by the Death Star all the way to Oddball's rear. With the Progetto down, Oddball could conceivably win the fight against the M48. And he might want to get moving because there's an enemy ship barn probably closing in onto this location from behind him. But he doesn't have to take the risk of maybe losing the fight against the M48. Because he can see what's coming from behind the M48, and the M48 can't. It takes a while for a Doom Turtle to get to where it needs to be, but once it's there, shit tends to die. Hello, Mr. Doom Turtle, thank you for your service. Now, yep, there it is. There's the shit bomb. Now, we did bounce a shot from that guy off the turret earlier, but when you've got this much health, you can't count on that happening twice. I mean, you might be able to force him into a situation where he has nothing to shoot at but the turrets. But on top of the turret there's a commander's hatch that he definitely can penetrate, so why take the risk? Now you might have noticed, and I'm pretty sure Oddball did, which is why he's going around this side, that the Death Star's gun was originally pointing over in the direction of where the friendly Death Star is currently engaged in a fight with a WZ-121 fake tank, and has in fact just killed it. And with the death of the enemy Chinese TD, that probably means that the Death Star is no longer spotted. Ooh, bounced a shot off the front of an AMX-48. Must have hit the gunland. But yes, with the cavalry all turning up on this side, noticing they the rangefinder, yep, finished it. The shipborne's gun is almost certainly pointing in this direction, because there are plenty of targets here that he can see, and he almost certainly can't see the Death Star anymore, which is why Oddball's going around this side. Oh, paper-thin turret. Yep, 30mm of armour, 20mm of armour. Easily penetratable. In fact, you probably should have fired the high explosive, it would have killed him. But, well, the other thing about the shipborne is that the turret doesn't actually rotate all the way around. And he had just reached the limit of the turret rotation, at which point Oddball was already past him. That just leaves one surviving tank on the enemy team, and wow. I told you I was going to struggle to keep up with Oddball during the course of this battle. Holy shit, that was incredibly well played. And now that things have finally quietened down and we can all catch our breath, and I remembered, I can tell you what it was that I wanted to say about the Object 704 earlier. Well, actually, it's got nothing whatsoever to do with the Object 704, but the Object 704 has access to the BL-10 Troll Cannon anti-tank gun, which is amazing. But it used to be available on the ISU-152, which is a tier lower, at tier 8. What's the point of this history lesson, old man? Bear with me, this is actually quite relevant. So, the BL-10 gun on the tier 8 ISU-152 was determined to just be far too powerful a weapon to have on a tier 8 tank destroyer. And so it was removed, and we received a new gun that they just pulled out of their arse that wasn't nearly as good. And we were all very sad. And that was a couple of years ago. Recently, news just came in from the World of Tanks Super Test of a brand new premium Tier 8 tank destroyer going by the name of the ISU 152K. See if you can guess what gun it has. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when Wargaming said that the BL-10 gun was far too powerful to be on a Tier 8 tank destroyer, what they actually meant was it was far too powerful to be on a Tier 8 tank destroyer that you didn't have to pay for. Back to Oddball 1943. Ace tanker, steel wall, high caliber and top gun. That turret of his definitely proved its worth, blocking 3,000 damage, or more accurately, Oddball's ability to position the tank in such a way that the enemy shooting at him often had no opportunity to hit anything other than the turret proved its worth, blocking 3,000 points of damage. And he did 7,000 damage of his own, which is pretty impressive considering the game was over in well under 10 minutes, for a combined damage dealt and received total of just about 10,000. Unfortunately, every silver lining has a cloud. Despite the fact that Oddball 1943 started this match with 10 rounds of gold ammunition and finished this match with 10 rounds of gold ammunition, using none of it, he actually lost money after a 7,000 damage 6 kill game in the 131 because he doesn't run a premium account. I'll leave you guys to draw your own conclusions. I think I've said enough. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed Oddball's performance, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.